What's up?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 2 of Beat Free Football. That's my co-host for this season. Until if I don't get him a new contract soon,
Strike.
he might quit. So, anyways, I'm Richard. That's Michael. Welcome to Eat Free Football week 2, and let's get her started. Mike, we'll give a quick shout out. Not too much. Quick shout out to Philadelphia on Thursday. Uh, we both know Minnesota sucks.
Wow. Minnesota game that game.
Uh, the only thing we know about Minnesota is they can score points, but they can't stop anybody. And Philadelphia's defense ain't much better than from last year, right?
No. They look a little shaky, honestly, Philadelphia. I think if Minnesota would have not turned the ball over 4 times, they would have lost.
Yeah, yeah. Turn the freaking volume up a little here. There we go. All right, yeah. So anyway, shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. I had like two stats on them. I know one thing. The Lions getting rid of Swift there was horrible. He ran the ball for 28 carries for 179 yards, couple touchdowns. And the one bad thing about Minnesota's man, they can't stop the passing game. Not the passing, but the running game. The running game, yeah.
Yeah, Philadelphia ran all over them.
And the opposite way, Philadelphia can't stop the passing game because the Minnesota threw all over them, right?
Well, when you turn the ball over, it looks good on the ground because you're running the ball all the time because Philadelphia turned the ball over 4 times.
Yeah,
So, you don't have those drives that usually take, 10-minute drives. You turn the ball over and, the running game looks good because of turnovers.
yeah, yep, exactly. But anyways, so shout out to Philadelphia fans winning on Thursday. Got to clean that
They
defense
still
up, that's for
suck.
sure. Because I'm sorry, but you're not the top team in the NFC. It's right now it's San Fran, by far San Fran. But
I
anyways, Mike
agree.
don't like Brock Purdy, so hopefully Brock Purdy wins a couple more games and might start feeling different about him.
Never.
Never.
No.
Anyways, guys, we got a lot to get to, so let's get into real fast. Mike, why don't you go first this week? Why don't you tell me who you're taking for picks and upsets in your top 3, and then I'll give you mine. Okay?
All right. So I like Atlanta at home over Green Bay.
Okay.
I like Buffalo to cover over Vegas. Buffalo's at home.
Okay.
They got to bounce back. Josh Allen should bounce back after a horrible outing. He's going to be at home. I think the Raiders, they got lucky last week. And didn't the Raiders play the Saints, right? Didn't they lose?
No, the Raiders beat Denver. Remember by 1 point?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I think I just think it, a long road trip. I just like Buffalo at home. I think Buffalo's going to come back home. I think Josh Allen's going to be a little fired up because he took a lot of heat for his game,
Okay.
rightfully so. So I think Buffalo wins double digits at home.
Okay, before we keep going, before I cut you out, I just want a quick second. When you give me your team, give me your spread because I want to see what your spread is different from my spread. Okay, so what's Atlanta giving up? 2.5 or 3?
Green Bay's no, on mine it's Green Bay -1.
Okay, so Atlanta's getting 1, right? Right.
Yeah,
Okay, what's Buffalo?
Buffalo's -9.5.
Oh man, that's way different from our spread. Wow, 9.5.
Yeah,
Okay, go for it. Yep.
and then I like the Bengals at home to beat Baltimore. I think Bengals turn around. I think you're going to see a rebound team this week. I think Baltimore, they got their win, but it was, to me, it was kind of an easy win. So I think Bengals are at home. I think they beat Baltimore.
What is it?
Bengals are banged up, or Baltimore's banged up. Offensive line's banged up. J.K. Dobbins, a lot of Lamar Jackson running, and I think Bengals at home get the win.
What is it? 3 or 2.5?
3.5.
It's 3.5. Okay. Okay, go.
I like Detroit -5 over Seattle.
Okay.
Chargers -3 versus Tennessee. I like Tennessee at home.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Chargers -3. Yeah, it's like Eckler's going to be out for the Chargers. So, and the Chargers got no defense, so it's going to be plenty of running, plenty of Derrick Henry today for Tennessee.
Yep. I like Tampa Bay -3 over Chicago. I think Chicago might be I'm going to say they might be the second worst team in the league right now, besides Arizona, because everything I've heard about Chicago, Justin Fields is not ready. He can't see the field. He's taking hits. He's doesn't get the ball out quick enough. So I think Chicago might be the second or third worst team in the league right now, even though this is supposed to be Justin Fields. He's supposed to be a top 10 quarterback, supposedly, from analysts. They got him. They put him above Trevor Lawrence and Daniel Jones and some of these other second-tier players. I mean, they put him in the top 10 this year as a fantasy quarterback. You kidding me? Really? Seriously? So I think Tampa Bay with their big win last week. I think Baker comes home. It's going to be hot up here in Tampa Bay. It's going to be close to 90, 95.
Yeah.
And I think that's for somebody that isn't prepared to play in that. I think Chicago might struggle a little bit, but I think Tampa Bay is at home and they get the win. And my first upset of the day. Rich, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
I'm taking Jacksonville to beat Kansas City.
What is your spread? 3.5? 3.5.
3.5. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
After that, I got Houston. I'm taking the Colts over Houston.
You're taking the Colts.
I just don't think. Yeah, I don't think. I think Anthony. It's going to be a low-scoring, shitty game. You got two rookie quarterbacks going at each other, but I think Anthony Richardson does a little more better than what C.J. Stroud does.
What do you got for your spread for that game? Is it one? Colts get
1.5.
1.5. So
Colts are giving.
Colts are giving 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I don't think it'll matter much in that game with that 1.5 spread, right? Someone's winning by at least probably 3 or more. But go ahead. What's your other one?
My next one, I got San Fran. My spread is -8.
Okay.
Over the Rams. I think that's I mean, I know it's in the Rams, but I think San Fran. The Rams. I think the Rams. They had a good showing last week. I mean, if they beat Seattle handily, but if the Rams win at home against San Fran, still, I mean, I don't know what to say.
So you're taking so you're taking San Fran minus the points or Rams?
I would take the Rams with the points.
With the 8.5?
Yep, but I take San Fran to win.
Okay.
But I would take the Rams because I think it's a division.
No, that's understandable. So you're going to take the Rams with the 8.5. 8.
Yeah, because I think it's a division game.
Okay.
And division games are always tough. They always play each other. I think the Rams will lose, but I'm taking the Giants -5.5 over Arizona because right now I think Arizona. They say Arizona is like the worst team in the league right now.
Well, it's not really an upset. That's not really an upset pick, Mike, because the Giants are favored to win by 4.
Yeah, it's not an upset. I'm just taking the Giants to win -5.
Yeah, because you didn't say
Arizona.
That yet. All right, so you got Giants over here -5. Yep.
So
what about the other games? You got you got some more here to go through.
I know. Don't worry. Relax.
No, I just thought you forgot. That's all.
No, I got Dallas -9 over the Jets. I think Dallas coming off their big win at home, crowd's going to be excited. It's going to be Dallas. I mean, I think even though the Jets defense is really good, I just don't know if Zach Wilson, even though he's been getting coached a lot by Aaron Rodgers, I just don't know unless I see a significant improvement over the game against Buffalo, I just don't see, unless they run the ball like 40 times, I just don't see Zach Wilson passing for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. They're going to have to score because Dallas is going to score. The problem is that they're going to have to get the running game going. I think the only way the Jets win the game is if Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook both get 20 carries apiece. So I think you limit Zach Wilson. He's got to be a little 10, 15-yard dumps, nothing downfield. I'm not throwing the ball more than 40 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be all dump short throws.
Yeah.
10, 15 yards. Maybe the deepest pass will be 20 yards. But everything's got to be in front of him where you can see, okay, because the Dallas defense is too good. So in order to slow down that defense, the defense in front and the best corners right now, the Jets have got to run the ball to slow down the pass rush. and they got to get the third down. It's got to be small, like under 5 yards.
Yeah.
Anything over 5 yards, I don't think they're going to complete because Dallas' defense could be too fast.
Yeah.
So I think the only way they run is Jets have to run the shit out of both those running backs.
Yeah.
And if you could do that, you can cut down on the time possession for Dallas.
Yeah.
Because we all know Dallas is at home. We all know they have the offense to score, and we also know they have the defense to slow down the Jets.
Yeah.
But in order for the Jets to win the game, I think that they have to run the ball, cut down the time of possession for Dallas, and then when they get inside the red zone, they got to punch in. They got to get points.
Yeah.
So, but I think Dallas wins. I think I just think they win by double digits, maybe 10, 13, 14 points.
Yeah.
I think the Jets put up points, but I just think Dallas has a little more offensive power to beat them.
Yep. What's your next one?
Next one is I have Washington beating Denver.
Okay, so that's going to be an upset pick then. Yep.
Yep, I have Washington beating Denver.
What's yours? 3.5 or 3?
Is 3.5. Is that game in Denver or Washington at home?
No, it's in Denver.
It's in Denver. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't have that circled down.
Yeah, it's in
But yeah,
Denver.
I like.
They're getting Chase
like
Young back.
Washington.
Chase Young is coming back today, but since he's been out so long, right over a year, I mean, he's not going to do anything spectacular today. It's going to take him a few games
Right.
to get back up to speed, right? So.
Right. Yeah, I like Washington for the upset. I know Denver won last week, but
No, they lost.
I think did they lose?
Mike, they lost to the Raiders. Remember?
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yep. I mean, I like Washington. I just think they're on a good, slow trajectory. I think last week's win over Arizona gave the team some confidence.
Yep.
And now going on the road, I mean, Denver's just not this high-profile offensive team. I think Russell Wilson still has his struggles, and I just think Washington goes in there and gets a win. I think their defense will be better. I think Sam Howell's getting a little bit more comfortable, get a little more confidence. So that'll be my other upset. And then my last one is Miami -3 over New England.
Okay.
New England's at home, right, Rich?
Yes, Mike. Yep.
Yeah.
What's your?
Yeah, I think Miami wins that game, even though I know the spread's only 3, but that's because it's a divisional game. But I think just Miami just showed way too much in that first game. I mean, I don't see how New England can slow them down.
Yeah.
Miami. I mean, I don't know who's going to cover Tyreek. I think right now he's got to be almost. Besides Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Stephon Diggs, I think he's easy a top 5 receiver in the league.
Okay.
At one point, he might. I mean, if Chase doesn't bounce back, I mean, I will put him as the best wide receiver in the league right now.
Right now,
because nobody can cover him. Nobody can cover him.
Well, if New England's defense was smart today or tonight, New England would just put everybody on Tyreek Hill and say, listen, we'll take our chances to whoever else you throw it to.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but I mean, when you got Tyreek Hill, deep threat, and then you got Jalen Waddle, and then you got Tua with his mobile. I mean, I just think it's too much for New England to handle.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm surprised the spread's not more.
But you like,
which I do
like
think.
You said, it's a division game.
Yeah, well, it's a division game, and I think that's the reason why the spread's low, because if they put the spread up at 7 or 8, I think people would definitely do it.
I'll take Miami. Everybody.
Yeah, exactly. But people are thinking, okay, New England's at home, Bill Belichick, New England defense. I mean, if New England wins, I don't know. I won't say nothing, but it'll be the defense that wins the game.
Yep.
It'll be the defense that wins the game, not the offense. But I mean, I think New England is if they had another top 5 or top 10 wide receiver, like if they had a Jamar Chase, Tyreek, Stephon Diggs, I think it'd be totally different from Mac Jones, and I think it'd spread the offense out.
Yeah.
But right now, they're going to have to pound the ball to keep Tua off the field.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So
and then.
You got another one there? Because we're going to do the Monday night. We'll have to do the Monday nights now, huh? Both of them.
Well, unless you do it tomorrow evening.
Oh, yeah, we'll do it tomorrow evening. We'll do a quick video tomorrow evening. We'll cover those 2 teams, yeah. So what's your top 3 picks for the day?
My top 3 picks is going to be
see if you
Buffalo.
Buffalo?
I like Buffalo at home. I like Tampa Bay.
Okay.
And I like Dallas.
Okay.
Those are my 3 picks.
Got everything covered over there?
Yep, those are my 3 picks. I know it's high spreads, but the high spreads are for a reason.
Yeah.
I think Josh Allen coming off that horrendous performance, he has no. I mean, if he comes back out today and he's going to be at home, crowd's going to be pumped. They know they need to win. Josh Allen, he's going to get motivated. He's going to want to come out and prove that first game was just a fluke and that they had a bad game. And I just don't think Vegas. Got to remember, man, Vegas has got Jimmy Garoppolo, man. He is not a Derek Carr. He is not a high-profile quarterback.
Yep.
He is a game manager.
Yep.
I don't see Jimmy Garoppolo putting up 300 yards with 3 touchdowns.
No.
And I think that's what the Raiders are going to have to do to beat him because Buffalo at home is very difficult.
Yeah.
And I just think Buffalo puts up 35.
Woo!
I think they crush the Raiders.
Wow.
I think they do. I think they crush the Raiders because they got to because that Monday night game was horrible.
Yep.
And just horrible, all around horrible.
All right. So there you go, guys. Here's my picks. I got a few different ones here. So let's start with this. I'll just name off the teams I'll talk about the teams afterwards, the ones that I like to talk about. Bengals -3 home. I think the Bengals bounce back today. Too many injuries for Baltimore on the offensive line and whatever. But I think there's going to be a lot of Lamar Jackson running the ball today. Bengals cannot afford to go 0-2 since they lost last week. If they go 0-2 in the division, they're in serious trouble. I just think Burrow bounces back today, but expect a lot of running from Lamar Jackson today. A lot of running. And that spread's -3. I got it up here at -3.
Rich, real quick, you do know what the chance of making the playoffs when a team starts 0-2, right?
Not
it's like
good.
literally less than 10%.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, I mean, this is a must-win for Bengals.
Pretty
already.
much, yep.
Believe it or not, because they cannot go 0-2 in that division,
Nope.
especially 0-2 in that conference.
Yeah,
it can't happen.
Well,
I mean, if they're going to be, I mean, if they go 0-2, you got to figure. We all love the AFC East power teams. I mean, I can't even imagine them going 0-2. It's going to be a struggle.
And that's why I truly, it might be close for a while. Well, that's what I truly believe the Bengals win today because they're at home. If everybody was starting for Baltimore, everybody, like Baltimore's got a center out and an offensive tackle out, I believe.
Yeah.
But if they were totally healthy and they don't even got J.K. Dobbins, he's out for the season.
Gone.
If Baltimore had everybody in there, I would definitely take Baltimore to beat Bengals. But since all those injuries, I've got to go Bengals at home. I've just got to.
Yeah, with the way Cincinnati played last week, it's got to be a bounce back game.
So, anyways, I got Tampa Bay -2.5 at home. I can't even fathom. Like this would be the upset. This would be like Detroit going to Kansas City and beating them. If Chicago was in there today and even just beats them, people are going to be like, what in the heck? They're going to think that Tampa Bay last week was a fluke game. But we all know it wasn't a fluke because Minnesota just got beat by Philadelphia, and we see how bad Minnesota's defense is. It's horrible. Minnesota I don't even think Minnesota wins 5 games this year.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I mean, if you looked at Minnesota that night, I mean, Minnesota had a horrible game, but turning the ball over too much, and Minnesota is missing Dalvin Cook already. You can tell.
Oh,
Alex Madison is a running back, but he's never been the full workhorse. And Minnesota is missing Dalvin Cook, and right now you can tell why they're 0-2.
So anyways, and I like everything you said about this game. Tampa Bay's at home -2.5. Baker Mayfield gets a starting job. I mean, not starting job, but home opener at home. It's going to be hotter than hell down there in Tampa Bay today.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, and Chicago hasn't shown me nothing. They got slaughtered at home by Green Bay.
Yeah.
So I definitely like Tampa Bay. I like Atlanta -2.5 over Green Bay. I just think Atlanta with their defense. It'd probably be a close game for a while, but I just like Atlanta. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens, and like you said, so.
Well, and everybody's gonna like Green Bay because of how they won last week.
Yeah,
they look good, but you know what? Atlanta didn't look bad. They're a young team. That Desmond Ridder looks good. They got some young receivers. Got to remember Atlanta at home in the Dome. I mean, Green Bay did play Chicago, which is one of the worst teams in the league right now. I mean, I mean, Chicago lost a lot, so I think a lot of people are going to think, okay, well, Green Bay, they put up a lot of points against Chicago. You got to remember they played Chicago.
You can hear.
So I think Atlanta at home is a much better. It's a tougher opponent.
Well, plus Green Bay's one of their running backs is out. I believe it's one of them. I think AJ Dillon's getting the start today.
Yeah.
The other
Yep.
running back's out. So, um, anyways, tell Bonnie we can hear in the background. So,
Yeah, I know.
family life, you gotta love it. Anyways, guys, here we go. So we both like Atlanta. You got Atlanta +1. I've got that's crazy +1. But it just show you that Atlanta's going to win. Teams at home getting one win. I got the Colts. Mike. I got the Colts +1. Kansas City. I'm taking Kansas City -3.5. I think they get back on track today at Jacksonville, and I think it's Patrick Mahomes' birthday. They get Kelsey back. I can't see them. This would be like a major upset if Jacksonville beats them today. I just don't see it happening. I see Kansas City winning by 5 because the spread's the exact same way as it was for the Philadelphia and the Patriots game. The spread was 3.5. Philadelphia was favored by 3.5, and they won by 5. So that's why I'm taking Kansas City on that one. Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders. I'm taking up here. The spread's 8. So I'm taking the Raiders +8. I think the Bills win by 7. Last time the Bills played the Raiders, they only beat them by 7. It was 30-23. But the only thing that scares me, the only way that the Raiders cover that 8 is they've got to run the ball a lot with Josh Jacobs because Buffalo can't stop the run. That's obvious because you saw what the Jets did to him. And with Josh Jacobs there for the Raiders, they got to run the ball a lot in order to beat Buffalo, and they got to keep Josh Allen them off the field. If it becomes a scoring fest, the Raiders have no chance. And like you said, the Bills will blow them out because the Raiders don't have the passing game like the Bills. And Jacoby Myers for the Raiders, the receiver, is out. So that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
So that's why that's the only reason why I like the Raiders +8. Something just tells me the Bills only win by 7.
Okay.
Anyway, so Chargers game. I'm taking the Chargers -2.5. It's almost like the spread last week, guys. Like we were talking. Remember, San Fran was favored by 2.5. We all thought Pittsburgh was going to win. Pittsburgh freaking lost. Chargers. I don't know if you have a different up there. You have the Chargers.
I took Tennessee -3.
No, you got Chargers -3. Yeah.
I got Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee at home.
Okay, because I had Chargers -3. I'll fix it. Okay, so you got Chargers -3. I'm taking the Chargers -2.5. Even though Eckler's out, the problem with Tennessee, well, they're just going to run the ball all day and hope to God they can keep it away from Justin Herbert and them because they really don't have any passing game compared to the Chargers. The Chargers are just going to probably air it out all day long, and the Chargers have no defense, so Derrick Henry's going to have a big day. So that's going to be a very interesting game. But I'm gonna take the Chargers because they have more offense. That's why I'm taking them. And I'm going by the spreads like I usually go by. We're going to see if that comes into effect today. Here's another one. I'm taking Seattle. I'm taking Seattle +5. Told you guys about those teams -5 at home, and the spread's actually I think the spread's actually 4.5 now. What happened last week when Kansas City was at home against Detroit? Remember the spread was -4.5. Kansas City lost in that that opening week. So just keep track of it, you guys. Remember that spread +5. That's why I took Seattle. Because no one's expecting it. No, everybody and their brother's going to take the line, especially after they went in there last week and beat Kansas City. I mean, who in their right mind would take Seattle after they got beat by 17 at home to San Fran, especially only with 5?
Yeah, but you got to remember though. You got to remember that game. Detroit beat Kansas City, but how much did Kansas City? They had no Kelsey, they had no Chris Jones, and they turned the ball over.
But the spread said the story, right? That's why the spread went down to 4.5. Right, so we're gonna see, but yeah, I like Seattle +5. Next one here, excuse me. I'm taking the Giants +4, -4. This is another one of those games. It's just like the Philly and the Patriots game last Sunday. Giants, it's going to be a close game. Giants giving up 4. They're going to win by 5. Mark my words. You heard it here. Giants will win by 5. Remember, Philadelphia was giving up 3.5, 4, and guess what happened? They won by 5. I'm telling you, man, the NFL knows it. I'm telling you, man, this stuff is orchestrated. Trust me.
Orchestrated.
You guys, when you guys watch this video, you remember the spreads we gave you. You watch what the scores are. telling you. Here's another one I took I took San Fran. You got San Fran at minus 7.5 too, right? Your spread.
Yeah.
I'm taking San Fran minus 7.5. I saw a couple different spreads. One said, well, on my phone it said 7. Then I went on the betting app and it said 7.5. Well, 7.5. I can't fathom. San Fran beat them last year by 16 in Los Angeles. They beat them 30-14. Too much San Fran, too much defense.
Too much defense.
I don't care what the Rams did last week. I'm taking San Fran minus 7.5. Dallas. To me, this is just like you could. I'm sorry. I would be scared taking the Jets with 10 points because first of
Yeah.
all, Dallas is defense. I know we can't stand Dallas. Me and you, they're in our division. I can't stand them, but I'll give them their props where they're due, man. Their defense is absolutely phenomenal. And between them and San Fran, they have the top 2 defense by far in the NFC right now, by far.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't, like you said, as far as the Jets are concerned, I don't see the Jets doing much at all. They're going to have to get the running game going. Little dip passes to Brees Hall, and all day long. Nothing more than 10, 20 yards. Don't try going deep downfield because you ain't gonna complete them.
Yeah, that's the worst thing they can do. They didn't even want to. They didn't even want him going down the field against the Bills.
Listen, man.
I mean, every time
it's Zach Wilson. It's not like it's friggin' anybody who's a franchise veteran quarterback. We're talking about Zach Wilson right here. He hasn't proven nothing. So they got lucky and they beat friggin' Buffalo. They beat Buffalo because Josh Allen screwed the game up with the turnovers. Otherwise, that game's over.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
I don't even think the Jets score 10 points in this game. I'm going to see it like a 27-7 Dallas win. It might even be a little worse than that because I don't see the Jets offense doing anything against Dallas.
It's gonna be hard. The only way they're gonna move the ball is if they run the ball.
Parsons in that defense is going to be putting pressure on Zach Wilson all day. I'm just going to throw it out there and say that they put up 7 against the Giants defense, the Giants offense. I'm going to say that Dallas defense gets at least 6 sacks later. At least 6. At least.
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to mark that. Yep. I'll mark that next year. I'm going to say plus 6 just to see how close. Plus 6 sacks. Anyways, while I'm doing that, next one up here, I'm also taking the Redskins. I know you guys know I'm a diehard Redskin fan, but I had some doubt last week. I was scary about the game, and Washington almost lost that game, but they pulled it out. But I'm taking Washington today with the 3.5 because Denver hasn't showed me nothing, and you can lose to the Raiders and you're at home. You can only put up 16 points against that Raiders defense, which isn't all that. And you let Jimmy G beat you, and you're at home. And I know you're at home today, but I'm sorry, but I think most people will agree. Washington's defense is way better than Denver's defense. Way better. They're getting Chase Young back, but don't expect wonders from him for a while. He's got to get back up the pace. Washington has the offense. The biggest thing for me is going to be Washington's offensive line. Can they do better blocking than they did last week against Arizona? Because they got to Sam Howell a lot. And if it would have been, like I was telling my friend Linda when I was watching the game, I said, if that would have been Carson Wentz or Tyler Heineke, even though I liked them that much last year, if it had been one of them at quarterback last week, oh my God, we wouldn't have won the game. We definitely wouldn't have won the game, and they would have got a lot of sacks on us, a lot. Don't you agree, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm taking Washington. That's why I'm taking Washington with the 3.5. I think Washington beats them outright, honestly. But I mean, I wouldn't take them as far as betting, but I definitely like I like the 3.5. I don't see anything. Denver hasn't shown me anything, and so it's going to be a really interesting game today. I'm more worried about my offense than the defense. And Denver, it's like I don't even got anything to say about them, right? I really don't. So yeah, and I like this one. I like Miami at home, and I know division game. But Patriots lost last week to Philly. They did come back and almost win the game. Philly won by 5. But the Patriots, to me, are rebuilding. Mac Jones, he's a good quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. But like you said, I don't think he has enough offensive weapons. The defense plays really good. But we're talking about Miami here. And did you see what they did last week? To me, this is kind of sort of like an easy game because thank God the spread's 2.5 because now everybody's like, oh my God, well maybe New England might do the upset. I'd be shocked if New England won this game because I know Miami doesn't really have a defense, but they have so many weapons and offense. It's like you can only cover so many. And first of
Right.
all, if you put one guy on Tyreek Hill, I don't care what you put your best corner, New England, on Tyreek Hill, and it still ain't going to be enough.
Yeah, New England doesn't. They don't. Miami's got too many offensive weapons for New England to cover. I think
I
so. I
think
think
this
just
game will probably be. I think this game will be high scoring because we'll look at New England. New England put up 20 against Philly, and I mean Philadelphia's defense doesn't really scare me right now either. But I think
yeah,
it's just too much Miami offense, and New England doesn't have the offense to keep up. That's just it. But
right.
they might stay. They might stay in the game a little bit because Miami's defense is actually really horrible right now. When you can give up 34 points to the Chargers, so.
Right.
But if Miami can clean up that defense of theirs, you better watch out.
Is that the is that the
They could
is
be.
that the last one you got?
That's for that. So for the games, here's my. I got what is it? 3 upsets. Obviously, you guys know I'm taking the Colts, even though they're only getting 1. I'm taking the Colts with Anthony Richardson to beat Houston. They're saying C.J. Stroud might be out, but they still got Davis Mills, I think, for the backup in Houston. But going with my spreads, I like the Colts. And like I said, my other option. I'm taking Seattle +5. Telling you guys, Seattle's going to win. They're going to shock everybody. I could be wrong, but like I told you guys, teams at home -5 always lose. See what happens. And
All right.
my other one is Washington with 3.5. I mean, if Denver had shown me something against the Raiders, then I probably would say, man, take Denver. But they didn't show me nothing against the Raiders, so I'll take Washington +3.5. And my top 3 for the day, they're almost exactly like you. I actually might like yours better. Where's the other one here? Oh yeah, I didn't put the Buffalo game down over there. Anyways, you have Buffalo. I have Buffalo at what was it? Oh no, the Raiders -8. But yours is Buffalo -9.5. See how much that spread changed? It's 8 for me, 9.5 for you guys. Anyways,
Yeah.
my top 3, I like Tampa at home. I like Dallas at home -9.5. Um, I'm not. I don't even know why I'm iffy on San Fran. I like San Fran as my third top pick, -7.5. And you like Buffalo? I do like Buffalo. It seems like every time I take Buffalo minus a big spread, like they never freaking cover. And this is the game where they should. This is the game where they should have no problem covering against the Raiders, especially when Jacoby Myers is out. And the only thing the Raiders can do to keep in this game is to be able to run the ball to keep joshing them off the field because there's no way they're going to keep up with the passing game. No way.
I mean, I think if Buffalo would have put up a big win last week against the Jets, then I think the spread would be different.
Oh, probably, yeah.
I mean, but I just think that Buffalo's got to rebound.
Yeah.
They have to rebound. Josh Allen has to rebound at home. They're talking about the game right now and how they have the spread at 8.5 and over and under of 47.
Yeah.
So I still think Buffalo.
See, because like I said, last year they only beat the Raiders by 7.
It's gonna be a perfect day for football. It's only 70 degrees up there, so I think Buffalo comes out and
Puts a
puts a little
whooping
whoop in. I think they win. I'm gonna say Buffalo wins 35-17.
You're funny you said that because Mike, it just came off the top of my head. I swear to God, people, came off the top of my head when you were saying that. I'm going 35-14 Buffalo.
Yep, I think Buffalo gets a huge win. They bounce back, get a huge win at home.
So
it's hard to play in Buffalo, man.
It is, and it's not like it'd be different if Buffalo was playing the spread wouldn't be 9.5, but I mean it'd be different if they were playing somebody like Miami.
Yeah,
right.
Well, not only that, but this is a must-win for Buffalo.
Yeah,
the same thing was a must-win for Cincinnati.
Yep.
I mean, really, if Kansas City, all 3 teams lost. Kansas City lost, Buffalo lost, Cincinnati. And so none of those teams can go 0-2.
Could you imagine? Can you imagine they all go 0-2?
Man.
Well, the only one. Well, you could possibly say that Jacksonville could beat KC today. They could pull off the upset.
I think they win.
Do you?
Yep, I think they win.
So yeah. So your top 3 was that. I'm going to go Tampa, Dallas. I had another couple. I had a couple other in there you could take, like San Fran, but you say Buffalo, so Buffalo might be the better pick, guys. Miami, to me, Miami's a good pick for tonight.
Yeah, it's just that 3's a little scary.
Well, I got it at 2.5, so that's I love it.
That's even worse.
Huh? Nah, because I think
Come
I
on.
think Miami's gonna do. I think Miami's gonna do what San Fran did to Pittsburgh. I think it's not even gonna be close,
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
right? But
I think Bill Belichick has a little bit of, he's got some up his sleeve. He always does, but
yeah. But see,
might be New England's defense.
yeah. See, you even well, you're taking the Rams with the 8 points, right? And that's what
Yeah.
scares me because like teams at home getting a 7.5, they never cover, they never win. But if it's 8, I tell you, man, it's weird how that line switches, and you think it won't make a big of a deal.
I
We're gonna
think
find
San
it.
Fran wins by.
Yeah, we're
I think
gonna.
San Fran wins by a touchdown.
You think only by a touchdown, huh? Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
they could. Yeah, they could. A lot of people are predicting that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how much it is different from last year when they beat them. When they beat them, in LA 30-14. We'll see what the difference is there. And then, yeah, I don't like really betting against not betting against my team, but betting on my team because I don't like to jinx them. So, but that'll be an interesting game. So yeah, so there you got it, guys, for week 2. Hopefully we do better. I was watching another network. I was seeing what they picked, and a couple of them went 6-10 too. So they're the experts.
Yeah, they're the experts,
Yeah,
so-called experts.
yeah, they went 6-10 last week also, and then it was funny because they all what was it? They all predicted Kansas City would win. There was a couple other ones that they all predicted would win, and they lost. So, yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
Giants bounce back. Giants bounce back today. They get to win.
Hopefully, they better.
It'll be a nail
If they
biter.
don't, if they don't, they better not hop on the plane and come back.
Man. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, there you go, guys. Like I said, yeah. So basically, a good 14 parlay if you want to do it. Take a chance. Buffalo, Tampa, Dallas, and Miami Sunday tonight. That seems like a pretty good one. I mean,
Yeah,
I might jump on
lot of
that.
high spreads. A lot of
Yeah.
high spreads, though.
Yeah, but
You get that game. You get that game where you take like let's say Dallas plays against the Jets. Dallas comes out, they're all fired up. Next thing you know, Jets get lucky with a Dak Prescott fumble or a Dak Prescott fucking pick six.
yeah,
Next thing you know, Jets go up, 10-0, shocks the fucking world. And next thing you know, it's like, the Jets don't win, but Dallas has a hard time coming back because if the Jets can get up in the game, I think they
that
have
is
the
the game.
defense to slow down Dallas.
That is the game because we know the
But
Jets got the defense, right? Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I think if the Jets can get up, if they can get lucky, and you know what, I mean, they got the weapons, but it's just one of those things where if something turns the Jets' favor, and a lot of teams when they blow out a team on the road, they come back home, they're like, oh, we're playing the Jets with Zach Wilson.
Yep.
We don't have to prepare. So then Dak comes out, throws a pick, fumbles a ball. Next thing you know, Jets are up 10-0. Jets are all, got more confidence. We might have a chance to win the game. They play tough for the rest of the game.
Yep.
Dallas is shell-shocked because we're like, what the hell? And next thing you know, Jets pull off a win, or they only lose by like a touchdown or 3.
Yeah.
So
I just
we'll
think
have to wait and see.
yeah, the offensive line for the Jets just scares me. I mean, look at the Bills were four plays and Rodgers was out, but the whole entire game, Buffalo's defense front four they were all over Zach Wilson, right? So
yeah, but you got to remember though that was last week. So Buffalo did turn the ball over a lot.
yeah,
And not only that, but the game plan was all Aaron Rodgers, designed again around Aaron Rodgers.
yeah,
So now the game plan is around Zach Wilson and what he can do.
yeah,
And like I said, I think the Jets, they can't rely on him to throw deep. And I wouldn't throw a ball over 20 yards.
no,
And everything would be short passes, 5-10 yards, get the ball out quick. And they better run the ball.
yeah.
It's that simple. They better run the ball. I don't care if you can't run the ball. You got 2 running backs, run the ball.
Listen, give them both 20 carries for
20 carries.
I don't even care if you're getting 1 yard a carry. Run it. Because as long as you're keeping Dak and that offense off the field, you've got a shot.
Yeah, I want Jets to run the ball so much you got Dak Prescott over there sleeping on the sideline. It's like, Dak, oh, we got the ball. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, that's what they got to do, right? And it's almost it's the complete opposite for the Bills and Raiders because that's what the Raiders got to do too. The Raiders' only chance is to run the ball with Josh Jacobs to keep joshing him off the field, and if they don't, they've got no chance because they don't even have the offense to keep up with Buffalo.
Rich, listen. Rich, listen. Okay, I'm gonna we're talking football, so anything is possible.
All right.
I've been watching football my whole life. I've seen some shit that just you gotta be like, come on, man. But listen, Rich, don't let the three powerhouses go 0-2 in the AFC. Rich, listen, Rich, there's a possibility. Buffalo 0-2. Kansas City 0-2. Bengals 0-2. Jacksonville 2-0.
Yeah, but it's not well. Like I said, it's not impossible because I mean, it would be different. Listen, it'd be different if Kansas City was at home. We all know Kansas City would rebound and win because they're at home. They ain't gonna lose two in a row. Andy Reid,
Right.
it ain't gonna happen. But they are.
Hey,
they are in Jacksonville.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you what I tell you about teams like Jacksonville that you get to play against the Super Bowl champs.
But I'm telling
Jacksonville just came off a win.
Like I tell you, people, I love football so much, but I'm telling you, it's all scripted. You watch Kansas City, Kansas City might even win by friggin' more than 5. But I'm telling you, Kansas City will not lose that game today. I'll be honestly, I almost say I'll friggin' shave my head if they. One of these weeks I'm gonna make a prediction, and I'm gonna say if my prediction doesn't come true, I'll shave my head or something. Whatever you guys want. You guys make me do a good upset pick. You guys, a good upset pick, and I will guarantee if they don't friggin' win on that upset pick, I'll shave my head or shave all my facial hair off for 1 week.
No, he won't.
Yeah,
No, he won't.
I won't.
He won't. No,
Okay, I'm gonna do it right.
You know why? You know why? Because football. Anything's possible in football.
I know this. You know what? I'm going to go on the limb here, guys. I'm going to go on the limb here. Here it goes. I'm taking this is my guarantee of the day. I know there's a lot of games that look good. This is my guarantee of the day. Seattle goes into Detroit and beats them. Okay? And if you guys are hearing me, if the Lions beat them, I'm not caring about the 5-point spread, even though they are getting 5. So you got to give me a break. Let's say they got to beat them by more than 5, and then if the Lions beat them by more than 5, and I lose, see all this, guys? Come tomorrow, I'm going to shave all this off because I lost the bet. But I guarantee that Detroit loses today at home.
Wow.
What's your pick, Mike? Wow. What are you willing to give up?
I already told you, man. What? I already told you. My upset. What was it? What did I have my upset? My upset was Jacksonville.
Jacksonville and the Colts and the Redskins.
Yeah, Jacksonville might not win, but they're going to cover the 3.5. I mean, I think that was my only upset right now.
Mike,
I'm looking at my.
You're gonna. What's your lock of the day that you're guaranteed that you're willing to shave your head or take all that facial hair off for 1 day?
None.
No.
This takes time, man. This takes time.
This is hard to take care of right here.
No.
He's not willing to do it.
Because I've been watching football too much, man. I know how shit happens. I know how shit works.
Anyway,
my lock of the day is would be Tampa Bay at home over Chicago.
Okay.
Minus the 3. I can't even imagine Chicago going there and beating them because I think Tampa Bay at home coming off the win. Baker Mayfield. It's going to be hot in Tampa Bay. It's going to be 92 today, and it's Chicago coming in here and playing in that heat. I mean that it's going to be it's hot. I think you're going to see a little cramping up by the Chicago players.
Yeah.
But I just think Tampa Bay at home over Chicago. If Chicago is a better team.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it, man. I do not see. I mean, Chicago right now is at the bottom of the list of how good teams are in the league. So,
anyways,
that's got to be a guaranteed win by Tampa.
I want to give this shout out because Chris, your buddy there, Chris messaged me. And I told him when I told him about the three teams going down last week when I said Kansas City Bengals and Buffalo, that was before the Bengals lost and before Buffalo lost. And he was like, "Cool down." He goes, "Calm down, take it easy." So I messaged them yesterday and said, "Listen, I told you all 3 were going to friggin' lose. I told you, and they did." Anyways, Chris, you ain't got nothing to worry about today. He's a Cowboys fan, right?
Who, Chris Winston?
Yeah. Who's the
No,
Cowboys fan? He's the Bills fan.
oh, that's Brad Dillon. Brad Dillon's the Cowboys
Okay,
fan.
well, he ain't got nothing to worry
Chris
about
Win-
today because Dallas is
Yeah,
going to
they
win.
mu-
Just a matter of covering.
Yeah, they both should have big wins today.
Yeah.
Chris and Brad, they both should get big wins.
Yep.
I see both of them winning double-digit wins.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Anyways, guys, I got to do my tradition in the morning. It's already cold, but you guys enjoy your coffee this morning. I know it's actually sunny here now. It's all gone. No clouds. The winds died out. We didn't get the winds around here, like they were predicting. I mean, we were watching the news last night. They were talking about like over 100-mile-an-hour winds, but we're in like a cove down here, and so I think that blocked a lot of it from us getting it. Because like over in Westport, the other island, they got a lot of winds over there, but we didn't get them. Knock on wood. No trees down. So thank the Lord above for taking care of us. The generator worked great. So yeah, shout out to Wendy. She messaged me this morning. Love you, girl. Love you, cuz. Asked me how I was doing, yeah. So I'll give Mary Jo a shout. Let her know we're okay up here. But yeah, go Bills today, man. Hope you guys win. Should be a good game. Should be a bounce back game. And yeah, you know what this is, right?
Everybody should get a win this week.
Let's go old fashioned glazed donuts. See, I eat
Rich.
those. See, I eat those, and he says they're nasty. But you know, this guy eats those ramen friggin' noodles.
Still good shit.
Yo, that's good shit.
Still.
Anyways, we got to get out of here, dude, because we've been out here way too long.
All right, yeah, we gotta go. Time football. What time is it? It's going on 11 o'clock.
So it's 12 o'clock here. All right, guys, you guys got your picks. Good luck with whoever you guys bet today. Like you said, Mike's top picks are Buffalo, Tampa, and Dallas. I was gonna put San Fran in there, but you know, I'm gonna switch and I'm gonna go Mike's because
don't do it. Don't do it.
Because
don't do it.
All three are at home, so I don't really like taking teams on the road, even though they probably will cover. But you never know. The Rams are at home. You never know what could happen.
Rich, don't do it.
So I'm gonna go Buffalo. I'm gonna go Buffalo, Tampa, and Dallas, and the nightcap. If you want to go ahead and take 4 teams, take Miami because I do not. There's no bloody way in hell I would take New England with only getting 3 against that Miami offense. No way.
Stranger things have happened. All right, man.
Talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll do a couple of videos tomorrow, guys. Hey, another quick thing before I go. Only take like 10 seconds. So I know you guys know I do my shout outs on Mondays for every single team. So you guys need to send me some messages. Send me some comments tonight when you watch your video. Do you want me to cut it down? Do you like me doing shout outs for every single team and doing stats, or you want me to just cut it down to just me and my brother just picking a handful of teams and giving shout outs to them? Or do you like me doing shout outs for every single team that won, on a
it's
weekly
also on
basis?
Tuesday nights, Rich, not on Monday.
So yeah, guys. Yeah, so when we do, but we're going to do the shout outs on Tuesdays, guys. Remember that. So we can add the Monday night. Let us know.
We got to include the Monday night.
I'm really curious if you guys want me to keep doing all the shout-outs or if it's too long or if you like it. So give me your comments and let us know. Otherwise, I'll cut it down if it's too much. I want to go with your feedback, guys. So let us know, okay? All right, guys. That said, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Football in a couple hours. Woo! I got to watch Tampa Bay to the Redskins come on at 5:30 up here, so...
Yeah, I know. My Giants are on at 4.
Yep.
So I got to go take care of some stuff.
So, yeah, good luck, Giants, Buffalo, Dallas, Jesus Christ, Washington later. All right, guys, have a good day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Eat, Breathe Football out. Peace, guys.
See ya.